Hi everyone, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I am doing a reading for the July 20th new moon in Cancer. Just a reminder, this is our second new moon in Cancer. We also had one on June 21st. Thanks for joining me. So we're going to start off with Earth. And I'm going to pull 3 cards. That's my intention. We'll see what happens. Sometimes the cards have their own idea. Let's take that one. I'm using my new light Seers tarot deck. I just realized you can see I picked some sage, I have it hanging, and picked some more lavender. I love growing lavender. I actually don't love the scent of lavender a lot, like heavily, but it's so pretty. Earth. We just had that full moon in Capricorn on July 5th. There we go. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, it's very windy out, is this 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands reminds us that we don't have to explain ourselves to other people. And other people are walking through the world with their own version of reality, in the sense that they have a whole backstory that they fill in from their own experiences that doesn't necessarily tell our story. And it's the card that I'd like to say no is a complete sentence, or no thank you if you think just no is rude. And to not allow yourself to become defensive and over-explain, or sort of get back on your heels by someone. They don't, you just really don't have to explain yourselves. I know I was like, well, if I'm in a relationship and of course, it doesn't mean you don't communicate with the people that are very close to you. Yet still, I mean, even spouses or especially family members can really have an opinion about what you should do, but only you know deep down what you should do. And I'm kind of getting an Emperor vibe. With the Emperor, I always say that you're the one that has to live with the consequences of your decisions. So if you're living your life and making decisions based on what someone else wants, you still have to deal with the outcome of those decisions, not them. So it's really easy for other people to be saying, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Of course, because they don't really have any skin in the game. Is that a weird saying? I'm not sure what that means. It's kind of gross. They're not really invested. So it's easy to judge and tell other people what to do, but you need to go within and make your decision, be at peace with it, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Yeah, it's her solar plexus is activated, her gut instinct. And I just noticed we have this gorgeous 2 of Cups. So maybe you're trying to make a decision about, oh, this is going right in my making. Maybe you need to make a decision about a relationship, and everyone's giving you all sorts of advice, but it's time for you to really go within and decide what makes sense for you. Wow, the Star card. Beautiful. Healing. It could be healing after a relationship, or you've healed enough that you're ready to maybe enter into a new relationship. It could be someone that's somewhat famous or well known. It's dreaming again. It's having gone through something really difficult and getting to a place in that healing journey where you can start to look forward again, dream again, make plans to move forward. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Wow, victory. This to me, I mean, she looks like she's she's on stage. She is on stage. Gosh, something is someone, some earth sign watching may win some sort of role, some sort of recognition. Um, I mean, it could be. It could be you become somewhat of a star. Um, like a movie star, or nowadays a YouTube star, an influencer, some performer of some kind. You may be an inspirational speaker, but the spotlight is being turned on you, and you are achieving your dreams are coming true in a certain areas of your life. Praise, accolades, recognition. Two of Wands. Where are you going to put your energy into? And I feel like she has the globe here, the traveling. I mean, she's ready to go. She's ready to go all in on this dream. Maybe it's something that will involve traveling. I don't know if we can really travel right now, but it takes a while to set up things like that. So you could be laying the groundwork. There is this other wand in the corner. So we have a finite amount of energy, and it looks like all of you've kind of got going all in on something right now. So there is something that is not getting as much of your attention or your energy, which I mean, whatever, it's fine. I'm not making a judgment or anything. But it just seems like you're very single-mindedly focused on something, on succeeding at something, working towards something. I mean, this could be a job, training, a school, to prepare yourself, to gather the knowledge. We do have this Page of Pentacles as well, which is the student, the learner. We have the Three of Swords. Yeah, there is sort of this, it's almost like in the wake of a breakup or something that didn't work out, that you are now, and maybe you sort of went on a path that you felt like you had to do to please other people in your life. We do that, especially when we're younger, but even when we're older. And now you're like, no, I'm not going to follow someone else's dream. I'm going to follow my dream. And I have to give it a shot because again, it's just something you have to do. You have to see if you can make it happen. And so you're going within and really trusting what your intuition is telling you to do, and doing it even if there are naysayers in your midst. I mean, it could be it could be your partner was holding you back, but I see this shift in authenticity and going for your dreams. Like, hey, we only live once. Life is short. If this year hasn't shown us that, I don't know what will. And living more authentically and really chasing after what you want, brings this person in that really matches you. Because if you were sort of living for someone else, you're not going to attract someone who really that really meshes with the real you, because maybe you weren't really showing people the real you. So yeah, I just feel like there's a little bit of this, fuck it, I'm just going to live for myself. Like, that's your new beginning. It's like, I don't care what other people think. And again, it's not selfish. It's not trying to hurt anyone. It's going all in on yourself and supporting yourself and living your life to the fullest. Being true to your nature. Yeah, nice. Okay, on to air signs. Okay, air signs. This is a reading for the new moon on July 20th, the new moon in Cancer. So, what sort of new beginnings, new ways you want to feel about things, approach things that make you feel better, make you feel fulfilled, satisfied. This is coming about off of that full moon in Capricorn on July 5th. So this is, I want to say practical emotions, but really being practical about how to get where you want to really bring happiness into your life. Two of Swords. We'll see if it comes out again. Air signs. These feel kind of stuck. I inhaled some cracker crumbs last night. You'd think with all the eating I do, I could eat and breathe at the same time, but I swear I'm still like coughing up, trying to expel cracker crumbs. That's it. All right, air signs. Star card just came out. Those are big piles of cards, though, too much. Okay, the bottom of the deck here is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is competition. It can be conflict. It's a lot of people that are really enthusiastic and all sort of feel like maybe they have the best idea of how to move forward, and they just really want to move forward. They want to move things forward. I'm getting an Aries type of energy. And so it can create some conflict, some competition, but the fives are minor. They're the minor arcana. They're not necessarily point to huge conflict in life, just some areas where there's some tension. I think in times like these, we can feel a need to try to control more and try to impose our views more because we really feel passionate. This is Wands energy, passion, inspired, enthusiasm, things like that. But it's sometimes in these moments, it's best to sort of surrender and step back and let some of the energy blow off on its own while conserving your energy, and sort of allowing people to blow off some steam or blow off some steam, get it out of their system. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, allow people to get it out of their system. And you can sort of step back and let them sort of burn off that extra energy. Ooh, this gorgeous sun card. Wow. So there's a lot of fire energy in the air reading. To me, this is vitality. It's seeing things that you otherwise were sort of confused about, maybe emotionally, like I'm feeling a moon energy, and seeing it very, very clearly now, and really seeing a clear path forward. It's just this knowing, but it's also a clarity that allows you to feel better, to feel more energized, to be able to see clearly what's going on, where you want to go, less in your head, less, just those repetitive thoughts that just go round and around, trying to figure something out and sort of obsessing about things. And this is just, I'm going to live, I'm going to let it go. I sort of see it and I am able to put it together in my mind where I've come to a conclusion about it. I see things clearly and I'm ready to move on, move forward, and feeling excited about moving forward and leaving sort of these types of situations behind. Like I don't need to step into drama. And it's kind of dark in here, and they're sort of scrambling to get that flame on the top. And you found out, yeah, I have that flame and everything right inside me. I don't need to compete with other people for, I don't know, recognition, um, dates, like other people. I don't know. There's just a real confidence in that coming off of that sun card. The Fool. Yeah, you're going in a different direction. It's like everyone, it's almost like sheep. Like everyone is competing for the same thing and you're like, yeah, just very quietly you're just kind of stepping backwards and just turning and like with freedom moving in a new direction. And it's so free. I mean, look at both of these. Actually, even this world card was under the Five of Wands. All of these images, whoops, are very just surrender and opening up and living life and moving forward. Taking a leap of faith. Releasing yourself from baggage and burdens and control of other people that bring you down and lightening your load. And what is she holding? A crystal? It's like a crystal. I love these cards. Yeah. So she's sort of more maybe a defensive, like she's holding this, the Nine of Wands that traditionally, like in the Rider Waite, it shows someone in a similar position. Often they'll have like a bandage on their head. It sort of shows being exhausted, but it encourages you to keep going, despite that you're exhausted and you feel like you've been struggling with something. But I think the key to this is sort of a shift in perspective. So instead of repeatedly telling yourself, oh my God, can I keep doing this? This is exhausting. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to stop. I just don't want to deal with it. Sort of this surrender with the way these images have their arms open. They're just like, you know what? I'm going to stop stressing about it and I'm just going to keep moving forward and I'm going to tell myself a different story in my head that I can do it. We'll keep going. And just surrender some of that stress to the universe and allow things to unfold the way they will. And so, Yeah, I just keep getting, oops, my computer just blinked out for a second. Yeah, it's I just keep getting for the air signs, allowing allowing others to just get it out of their system, blow off steam, debate and bicker and all that stuff. And it's almost like you're quietly going to go about it a different way. I don't know. I think you see that there's futility in this in this setting, and that your energy will be better spent. I mean, and she's alone too. Better spent quietly knowing and quietly doing your own thing. Yeah, we have the sun, the fool, and the world. So really, really positive, spiritual. Yeah, it's like something's coming together spiritually, um, where you realize trying to control other people, um, or taking on the responsibility of trying to control certain situations. It's just not effective, and you're releasing that tendency or that urge or that desire to sort of get in the fray of things like this. Okay, we are going to move on to fire signs. Hello, my fellow fire signs. This is a reading for July 20th, the new moon in Cancer. It's our second new moon in Cancer. We had one on June 21st, so if we didn't get it right, we have a do-over, a mulligan. A new moon mulligan. I don't know why I'm using golf terminology, but let's take that. Okay, you guys are coming out easy for me. I feel like I got impatient with the earth signs and the air signs, waiting for the cards to come out. I am an impatient fire sign now. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. So you can see swords, the air energy is mental energy, and you can see his head sort of hurts. He's like, maybe it's because that raven is squawking in his ear. This is right fighting. This is someone that all they care about is being right. They don't care about communicating and coming together and trying to figure things out, trying to understand the other person. They just want to be right, and they may be cruel. They may be cutthroat. They may be ruthless when they're in a situation that triggers them. So any sort of conflict, when their intelligence feels threatened, who knows what people's triggers are, right? We all have different triggers and such. So, this is a very toxic person to be with. So you may be dating someone, married to someone, who knows, someone in your family, friend, someone you work with, that it seems great, but if you're in some sort of conflict, they will throw you under the bus. They will be hurtful. They will just they keep score. They bring things up that, well, you did that. They deflect. They don't accept responsibility, and they're going to do anything to win or to hurt you so it's this person. So this is, to me, there's some sort of energy that you've been dealing with, that, I mean, it's like this guy, it's like, oh my God, like I can't do this anymore. They just are driving you just stressing you out. It's just toxic. They make you feel like you're crazy. You're like, am I crazy? Didn't I, So I think that is ending. I happen to notice this. Yeah. Feeling trapped in denial, like someone just making you feel sort of nuts. Wow, beautiful Ace of Cups. But I'm seeing this. There's new love. But you start realizing that it's not as the person. You start seeing glimpses of the real person. And maybe they're the type of person that they do these cruel things, but then they come in and they say the right things, but their actions continue. And maybe 5 times a charm. Like, how many times does someone have to show you who they are before you believe them? Maybe this is the 5th time they pulled some of this crap, and you're going to say, yeah, enough. You want balance. You want calmness. You don't want an extreme person on any end. You want balance, acceptance, give and take. This is Sag energy. Balancing the sun and the moon, not too aggressive, not too passive. Someone who has a spiritual side to them, someone that's somewhat philosophical, someone that can reflect on things and discuss ideas, versus someone who's I'm right. And being right, I just got Capricorn. Capricorns are wonderful. A negative side to a Capricorn, though, can be having, even though this is a sword card, I'm getting that Capricorn of just having to be right, because they value knowledge so much. They just are just going to throw lots of facts, even if it doesn't necessarily have to do with what you're talking about. I don't know. Whereas the Sag energy is much more of a, let's explore this. Let's talk about, let's do therapy. Because it's interesting, and they want to continually to try to improve and look into things, but don't have the need to be right necessarily. Patience, allowing things to grow, taking things slowly. But knowing, so there's this 7 of Pentacles it's super easy if you're growing crops to know if you plant a seed and a couple weeks later nothing's going on, you've waited long enough and it's not going to grow. But there are lots of things like relationships, for example, in life, or it's much more subjective and more difficult to gauge if you need to be more patient, if you've been patient enough. I think anyone who makes you go, oh my God, and sort of clench your head like that, that is a big red flag, or a good indicator that is a situation you may want to move on from. And you have to look with your gut. Is this person balanced? Are they even keeled, good tempered? Are they tempered? Or temperance, right? So this person, if it's a person, not an energy, does bring in, they may go the other way. They may take things really slowly. So it's like trying to find the balance here. Ooh, okay, we like this. This is Leo energy. This King of Wands works. Fire signs work very well together. So this mature Wands energy has mastered the temperance, the major arcana of one of the fire signs, right? They've tamed their lion, their ferociousness, and they also can be really enthusiastic about something and maintain that level of enthusiasm, whereas the more immature fire signs, they get super excited about something and may be impulsive, may buy things, may jump into things, but um, when any sort of when they need to sustain that, they're like, forget it, and they drop it and move on to the next exciting thing because they're sort of adrenaline junkies. Whereas the mature fire signs, they they know how they can allow a slow burn. They've learned patience. They've learned balance. Leo. So we're moving into Leo time. It's funny, this deck, it's a new deck to me. It's a beautiful deck. Light Seers Tarot. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the other readers are using it. It has I feel like I haven't used it much. There's a lot of women, but that we have all men here. So the masculine, we use gender and stereotypes in tarot, to archetypes, whatever, to try to make a point. But it's obviously not that. There's much more gray areas, and everyone has a spectrum of these, quote unquote, masculine energies. But this is being, versus a receptive energy, this is being a little bit more action oriented and saying, I'm going to create my own balance. I'm going to temper myself and learn how to balance myself, learn how to bring in patience, and learn how to, and maturing as a fire sign into this mature energy that can delay, with the help of like this earth energy, maybe that full moon in Capricorn on July 5th, can delay gratification and allow, that's again, that slow burn to take place instead of just igniting, setting a match to gasoline and just having everything just go up. I was going to say something else. Oh, schnizzle. It's a really good lesson. We're leveling up on the maturity scale, I guess is what I'm getting. All right, water. Hey, water signs. Hello, water signs. So you are getting, especially if you're a Cancer, you are getting your second new moon in a month. So July 20th, new moon in the sign of Cancer. Clear some energy here. I see you your water signs doing a lot of gardening or earth energy or fresh fruit and vegetables, health, wellness, drinking a lot of water, being near water, harvesting. Really probably using that full moon and Capricorn energy to really do practical things to bring about these new emotions from your two new moons, this new direction you want to go in as far as your happiness, your emotions, your love life, your relationships, your passions. Okay. What do we got going on here? Oh, okay, so this guy just came out for fire. I shouldn't say, don't get hung up on gender. So this, the way I shuffle, so you may have, this was air, oh no, who was it? Shit, I forgot who had the Five of Swords. Oh, I've only done 3 readings and I forgot which ones. anyway, you may want to watch some of the other elements depending on your sun, moon, and rising, because this came out definitely for the fire signs, and then that Five of Sword came out for another one of the elements. So it may give you some other information. So this is Leo time right off. So this is Leo energy. We're moving into Leo right after this, your new moon. I don't know when we move into Leo, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of July. So it could be a timing issue for you. This is a mature fire energy. So lots of times these younger fire signs, they get really excited about something and they just want to go all in and just eat, sleep, and drink whatever has caught their eye. But the minute it involves any sort of sustainability, or it's sort of the fun fizzles out, the excitement goes away, they're gone. They're moving on. But this mature one's energy is able to sustain that. Maybe they don't have they temper it more, and they're able to sustain that excitement over the long run. So it's like a little bit of earth energy mixed in here to temper the wand's fiery energy. This is a teacher as well, a very good leader. So this leader, again, is allowed to get people fired up and excited about something, but then maintain their interest and excitement long after that honeymoon period that I talk about with the Knight of Wands wears off. Cute. Eight of Wands. Okay, so here is, though, a lot of that fire energy. This is sort of getting swept up. Like I was talking about, that honeymoon period energy where you just want to eat, sleep, and drink something new and you're so excited. This could be new love coming in. It has you really passionate and fired up. Something new coming in that you just, it could be anything. A new hobby, a new job, a new person that just seems to sweep you off your feet or come in from nowhere. But one thing to think about, because sometimes this card can feel too fast, and we can have a tendency to self-sabotage because we're like, whoa, wait a minute, oh my God, this is what's going on here. This is too much. Slow down. But if we can sit for a minute and think, okay, I got that job, but I applied for it, so I knew it was coming. So I don't know why I'm freaking out about it happening too fast, because I applied for it. Same thing with, maybe if you have a crush on someone and all of a sudden they show interest or they're available and you're like, oh, and then our ego comes in. Well, do I really think they're cute? What are other people going to, all these bullshit, So there's just a caution in this card to be careful not to self-sabotage, because it feels like it's something where you don't have control. I mean, most things in life, a new relationship, a new job, you don't really know what it's going to be like without just being in that new relationship and being in that new job. And so that lack of control, we know control's a perception anyway. There are very few things we have control over anyway. So kind of trying to put that in perspective. The moon. Yep. So this is that full moon. Maybe someone you met or something that transpired around that July 5th full moon, or the next full moon in August, which, oh no, I think it's maybe like August 3rd, and maybe in Aquarius. Don't quote me on that. So Aquarius is out of the box thinking. So this new opportunity or person that comes in, maybe outside of your type. If you sort of tend to be attracted or drawn to the same type of people, or even careers, or whatever, anything, it can be anything, whatever comes to mind. This is, and maybe you don't usually date fire signs. The cards are just telling me, be open to your happiness. to who you connect with on a spiritual level, who you share passions with, to allow that to come through and to let go of what someone looks like or who you traditionally date or go for. Just because someone might be outside of that type, I think that's actually, if you think about it, if we'll use dating as an example, if you're single, why do you keep dating the same type? It's either we don't feel like we deserve more, and so the vibe we're putting out is, or attracting that same person, or we keep thinking about those people, and so we're bringing that same energy in. And this would challenge us to be open, like Aquarius is. Aquarians have just this open mind and can come up with such creative, innovative ways of doing things because they don't limit themselves. Yeah, I just got the chills. Don't limit yourself. The Hierophant, yeah. This is a spiritual connection with someone, a going way deep inside beyond the superficial and getting to know what's in someone's heart. What's their philosophy on life? What do they feel? How do they feel and think about? Do they think deeper? Do they have a similar spiritual values, things like that? Like what are they made of inside? What is their soul? And this is deep, but I feel like that's where you're gonna go. It's like, yeah, soulmate, I guess. Someone you connect with on a soul level. It's way beyond superficial and superficial things. And boy, this is going to be so attractive. I mean, this guy's very attractive. I'm kind of liking this, this depiction. But just really, and look at the energy of the person in this card. Just, it's joy. It's ascension. Yeah, someone who is on their spiritual journey. Yeah, someone, because a lot of people don't have anything to do with spirituality. They're yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you, water signs. Take care. All right, bye.